Go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, boys and girls, it is time for State of the Atmosphere. You might have heard the news that we've got a pick for the 47th President of the United States. We're going to touch on that during the pop culture update and a few other things. Plus, we've got the November movie premieres to talk about. And, of course, the Sweeney spot in the pop culture update. All that and more tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I'm joined by my friends as usual. Tonight, first in was Knock. How you doing,
Hello.
man? Good to see you.
Good. Yeah, all good.
Good to hear that you survived the red wave. You know,
Yeah,
it was crashing across the country last night.
You talking about the Red Mirage?
The Red
that was a good one that was going around early hours of the night.
Is that right? Did they have one that said that?
That was a big saying online. The Red Mirage. Everyone was overreacting to the
overreacting, and there was a lot of people, man, just sitting there saying. I was watching D-Day Cobra, Jeremy. From Geeks and Gamers, his broadcast, and he is a huge Trump guy, right?
Huge.
And he was like, "Look, this looks good, but don't overreact." Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
He kept acting like he was stepping on a landmine every time he opened his mouth. He didn't want.
I was like that last night too.
That's how the Fox crew was. Like they were trying to hide their lead, but they were not doing very well.
Yeah, I was like hyped, but I was getting
they were
too
trying
hyped.
so hard not to get ahead of themselves. But
well, Jed, you were on a lot of streams last night.
Yeah, I was
running around with.
Yeah, I was hanging with the GCA and the homies last night. So, dude, if you saw me on the stream last night, you saw me. I was hyped, but I was trying to keep it down. I was like, they were like, you have faith, but I know I'm just worried. I'm like, but I'm like, come on, let's go. Come on, please. Like,
right. You were so wanting to say, yeah,
dude.
And we're going to get to all this, guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you can't have a pop culture update.
Speaking of the main man that was on his channel last night, Phantom's right there. The stream was on his channel.
Is that right?
Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to check in with the chat as soon as we say hi to everybody here. John, what's going on, man? I'm sure you haven't gotten much sleep. You were up as late as I was last night. You were telling me to go to bed. What the hell?
Yeah.
He's been in the hospital taking care of his girlfriend. So
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Well, she had
a procedure done, guys. She's all right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. She's home. She's recuperating.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm a little late because I was getting her ice pack.
But yeah, he was telling me to go to bed last night. But he'll tell you he actually popped in, and I felt like smacking him because he woke his girlfriend up.
No, I didn't. That wasn't.
You didn't?
That was
you didn't
the
wake
nurse.
her up?
Okay.
The nurse came in.
That was the
and woke her
nurse.
up.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. But he actually stuck his head on my stream last night, and later on when he saw me tweeting, he was like, are you still up? Go to bed. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I was just too hyped, man. I had been drinking and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Dude, I could not sleep last night, and then I woke up at like 5 o'clock and just.
I had to wake up at 4:30, and I actually missed all my alarms, but I woke up at 5:06 because I wake up really early, not too early, but early enough to where when I did wake up, I got to work on time. But I was like, I missed all 6 of my alarms. It was
You can see the point where I woke up and I got all pumped again because you see these whole roll of posts on X of what I did. I finally let all of the energy out and shit.
Well, first of all, before we get started, let's say hi to the chat. And we have to recognize the guy that actually, I had a couple of guys that's usually in our chat. And of course, Vince was with me, the best wrench in all of YouTube. He was with me all night long. He was enjoying it. Matter of fact, there was one point I had to go to the bathroom, and you know what I do? I'll put a trailer on, so that means I mute the screen, right? And God love him, he's sitting there trying to listen to it, and he hears me laughing at something going on the screen. I hadn't turned the mute back off, and I was sitting there reacting to shit that nobody could hear. It was kind of funny. But anyway, the other guy that was there and actually had a request, and I fulfilled it, was this fella right here.
There are some who call me Tim.
Yeah, Tim was here earliest today, and he says in the chat, hang on, I can't highlight it, but I can tell you what he wrote when he came in earlier today. He said, Joe enjoyed himself when Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead was playing. He asked me to play that, and I played the video straight out of the movie. I ended up having to cut. Yeah, exactly. I ended up, I was enjoying it because I was half in the bag, man. But, I played that, and I had to cut it out of YouTube, but it will live forever on the big green play button, so you can go check it out over there. My reaction to all this stuff. But we did a reaction stream last night. It was about 4 hours. My God love him, my stepson David was with me the first hour, and when it hit midnight on the East Coast, he was done. I kicked him out, and me and the chat just ran things from there. And John ducked his head in. It was a fun night. It was a fun night. I love election night. If you guys saw last night my stream, I always call it the American Revolution that happens every 4 years with that one shot being fired, and I think it's a great time. But anyway, a lot of people reacted to it and stuff, and we're going to talk about that in the pop culture update. Let's take a look at who else is in the chat today. Of course, we've got Vince, the hardest working guy in our sphere, and of course he wants me to wear out that video.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah! And a lot of people were feeling that way this morning when they got up. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Phantom X is here as well. Good to see. Hail chat and mods. Parrot is here, and his entire job in the chat is to troll Jed. So that during the show.
He's been doing that for years.
Is here. She's here as well, and of course Tim is in here. He didn't just show up early, but he enjoyed it when I played that Wizard of Oz.
He appeared like a wizard,
right?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into the pop culture update like we always do, and Vince will be able to hear his favorite thing again.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah! And of course, we always start with the box office numbers from the weekend. So this weekend was first through the third. Number one was Venom for the second week. It had almost a 50% drop off, but it's still in the double digits, made $25 million. This was a week premiere week. You see, number 5 was the only one that was a first weekend for it.
Yeah,
and it made $4.8 million. That's the one with Tom Hanks, and I think it's Robin Wright Penn. Is that right?
Yeah,
Robin Wright. Excuse me, she's not Penn anymore. Thank God. But I am a fan of hers. Anybody that is a fan of what the hell's that fantasy movie?
The Princess Bride.
Yeah, The Princess Bride is a fan of hers, and she's in Wonder Woman too.
Princess Bride's a good movie.
Okay, what knock? What were you saying?
I'm curious if there's going to be a decent showing this weekend with it being a holiday weekend.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to look at all the premieres for this month, but here, I don't even know what that movie is about.
I just mean for these movies right here.
Yeah, the movies, yeah. Wild Robot made $7 million. Smile 2, leftover from Halloween. I mean, we just ended Halloween the day before this weekend started, so it made a few. And Conclave, the one about the picking of a pope and the drama behind it. With some actually pretty good actors, but it's nothing I'd pay to go see. You know, it's something I'll wait till it comes on streaming. But that was the numbers this weekend. Nothing big though. Here, like I said, let me go ahead and grab here real quick, and so I can give you the synopsis for it. But it's just, I don't know, man. It just seems kind of weird to me. Let me pop this up here and search for it real quick. Like I said, it's got Tom Hanks, and it looks like it all takes place in like one room, is what the trailer looks like. Yes. It's very strange, man.
Hey, has Rhonda heard anything about it? Because I know she just popped in the chat.
No, I don't know.
She
let's
just
see.
Popped in there.
Okay, all right. It's made by Robert Zemeckis. Now you know he likes to play with cameras and do some wild stuff. He made Forrest Gump. You know he's got a history with
and Back to the Future.
But yeah, Back to the Future. Inner Space is another one I love. That's a little known gem of his with Martin Short and Dennis Quaid. A generational story about families and the special place they inhabit, sharing in love, loss, laughter, and life. And every scene I've seen in the trailers looks like it comes from that camera shop. It's like a static camera shot, and you're just watching the entire lifetime of this couple, apparently, or some shit like that.
Dude,
I'm
that's
not sure.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a strange project.
So you're saying there's going to be no CGI, no action scenes?
Oh,
God,
I think just from looking at that picture right there, you can tell there's some CGI there. They're being de-aged.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, you know. But
Hanks don't look that good anymore, man.
I haven't heard anything about this. I haven't looked at any reviews for it. And it was the only premiere of big Hollywood movie this last weekend. John, what's up?
It has a $50 million budget. It didn't even make $5 million.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe.
Well, I mean,
Tom
25
Hanks
of that
and
went
it was
to Tom
only 50
Hanks.
million. That's shocking to me.
Yeah, it's all Tom Hanks money. That's what
I mean, you know, the younger crowd's not going to know much about Tom Hanks. So I mean, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he is getting up there, and the whole thing with that is I don't know. It's a very strange movie. It's almost like an independent film is what it looks like to me. You know, it's one of those kind of concepts, you know, but we'll see how they do.
There's also whispers that he's on a certain list that may come out here.
Oh boy, not that.
He's on a few lists.
I can't wait until that.
I
hope the list comes out someday.
You know, we've got a story here about that too. But right now, let's look at some of the other things that came out this week. Historian slams Gladiator 2 as total Hollywood bullshit.
Well, duh. Like, duh.
In the article here, where is that quote? His name is Dr. Shade Bartz. Yeah, he's a leading historian and classics professor at the University of Chicago. And he says in here, I don't think the Romans knew what a shark was. You know?
Yeah.
And they, you know,
I guarantee you that no one's watching this for the historical accuracies. Like I did.
Right? Yeah.
Number one.
I mean, come on.
That would be incorrect because there are sharks in the Med.
Yeah, well, true, but I mean, I'm just telling you what he said.
Yeah,
you guys can go check it out. It's in the New York Post. You guys know I'm not looking forward to this movie at all.
I want to give it. I don't know if I'll watch it in theaters, but I want to give it a go.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'll see it when it comes to streaming.
But this is the deal. It's a big budget Hollywood movie. You got to sell people on going to see it in the theater, and nothing I've seen out of that trailer makes me want to go see it in the theater.
Is that this month?
Yes. It's going to be on the list. We're going to be talking about it later on, and we'll discuss it then. But I just thought that was funny that they've got a story with a historian blasting it. I mean, who did the producers piss off to get that in the news, right? On the Diddy front, Elon Musk slams Jennifer Lopez for not warning people about her ex-boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs. Now, he was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about different things. And this is the quote. He says, J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Donald Trump. Let's see. It says, how many people did she warn against Diddy, right? 0. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion. That's what he was saying. And that was a very good interview, by the way, Joe Rogan did with Elon Musk. I don't know if you know this or not, but he interviewed Trump. Everybody knows that. He interviewed J.D. Vance. But after his discussion with Elon Musk, that's when he endorsed Donald Trump. It wasn't until he wasn't planning on endorsing anybody. But once he talked to Elon, if you watch that interview with Elon, Joe Rogan was like wide-eyed, like, "Oh shit," about some of the stuff.
It cracked me up, because I was watching the Fox News last night for the coverage.
Yeah,
and they had the one correspondent at the Kamala showing or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the support party, whatever. Right. And in the background, it cracked me up because if you hear in the background the music, they were playing "Mo Money, Mo Problems," that Diddy sings in, and I thought that was just so. They were blasting it on the speakers there at the gathering. I was like, that's comedic gold. Did anyone not see this? Like, I thought that was the funniest. I saw that. That was the funniest fucking thing that they were playing a Diddy song. I know he's not the main singer of it, but that reminded me of it.
She's been I think she's been seen in photographs with him, and
he did a whole town hall thing for her.
Yeah, he did. She knows him. She is on a certain list.
He's on the list.
Yeah, he's on the list, brother. Yeah.
Hey, Rhonda. That is the lovely Foxy.
So that cracked me up when I heard that. And the funny thing is, that's a great song, by the way.
Yeah, it is
a fantastic song.
And she wasn't aware of her own fuck ups too.
Yep.
Having that in the background.
Kay says she loves
Forrest Gump. She wasn't there, so I thought
it was awesome.
Had nothing to do with it.
My lovely wife wishes to point out that Yellowstone comes back next Sunday. Yeah, that's pop culture news, no doubt. Vince says, and it's weird that all of Diddy's friends came out in support of Camel Toe.
Yeah.
Well, that's the conspiracy that there's a reason why they had to kill. Someone has those tapes, and it might be the government.
There's 2 lists, and everybody that supported a certain person is on one of those 2 lists.
Yeah. Bjorn, it's good to see you again, my friend. She has been to a freak off or 2. Yeah, I'd say so. She used to run around with those people. Why do you think Ben didn't want to stay married to her? He knew all this shit was going down, man.
Yeah, Ben got the hell out of there, man.
Well, the big thing that happened, of course, last night, Donald Trump, he won the presidency in a remarkable White House comeback, and it wasn't just him. Of course, the House of Representatives won't be finalized for a while because a lot of states, I know mine included, have runoffs if races are too close and things like that. So it's going to be a minute before we know about the House of Representatives, but it looks very good at this point, and it looks like there was an actual red wave. But the most important thing, Donald Trump won the Electoral College, and he looks like he's going to win the popular vote as well. That is what we call a mandate, boys and girls. The country said, no, we're tired of what's going on the last 4 years, and we want it to turn around. So
Trump did something that only Reagan did, like, how many years? 20, 25, 30, 40
What's that?
Ago? Trump basically did what Reagan did. You got
Which
the popular vote. You got the popular vote and the other one.
Yeah.
Reagan was the last one to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Before I had, on my way home from work today, I told you earlier on my way into work, I was listening to MSNBC just to see what they were saying. And on the way home, it was still on that channel before I changed it to college football, which I usually listen to on the way home. And the one thing they said, because they were still crying about, this is the first time a convicted felon has been elected president of the United States, and that just cracked me up. And I changed.
He's our outlaw brethren. What's up?
Right.
They can make that to be a bad thing.
ABC said that this morning.
Dude, America loves
on Good Morning America. ABC, look, I was watching.
Do we have any clips from the View yet?
I was bouncing around. The whole reason why I came on at 10 last night, because I knew everybody was doing these shows.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to watch some of these shows and see what's going on. And I'm going to watch the tally. And I'm going to go on when the West Coast closes, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching Comics Division, and it was so funny. I sent him a super chat, and they read it on air. And I said, "Look, David Muir is actually Ron Burgundy. This guy, every time, I guarantee you, the producer at ABC News was on pins and needles all night, because every time they accidentally went to David Muir, he looked like a complete goon. He really did." That guy, he doesn't know what to do with his hands or anything, and it was just really strange watching them trying to keep him looking cool last night. It was just really silly. But this morning on Good Morning America, they were still pushing the convicted felon thing going to the White House.
You know who owns ABC, right?
No, well, yeah, it's Disney. We know that. That's nothing new. We know where it's coming from. Parrot Head says perhaps Kamala should have had more concerts at a relish. Yeah, right. What she'd do is invite the singer, and then they'd go up and say hi, and then they'd walk out and piss off the crowd. That happened a lot at her rallies. The Emperor is back, baby, Vince says.
Yup.
His conviction pushed the black vote towards him. Oh, not just the black vote. Everybody loves an outlaw. Maybe they haven't heard the story of Jesse James, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Sammy the Bull Gravana endorsed Trump. That's hilarious. But we've got reaction from all over the place, though. World leaders, including Netanyahu, Starmer, congratulate Trump, history's greatest comeback. And you can look at this article in the Hollywood Reporter to see their tweets. Netanyahu actually got on Twitter and congratulated him. So did Starmer.
Yeah.
And the head of the EU did as well. Justin Trudeau, of course, told him, hi, what's up? Because, you know, he's going to have to deal with that guy, right?
Like, they're all kissing his ass now because they know he's back. Like, he ain't going to remember what happened the last time he was in office.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, this is what we need. We need some strong leadership. Maybe
they know he going to be like Reagan. He ain't going to put up with no bullshit.
I tell you, I hope one thing that I really hope is that Kayleigh McEnany comes back as his speaker, because she was awesome during those 4 years.
Oh, are you talking about his press secretary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yes, she was really good. I don't know if she's going to come back or not, though. Go ahead.
I don't think she will.
I'm showing something.
Okay, what do you got, brother? What do you got? Oh my God!
Yeah,
this is in Italy.
Yeah,
in 2019.
That's a Sabaton thing, right? Yeah.
They're playing Sabaton.
Yeah. This meme has been going around for a while. I think I've seen EVS open up with it, and
Jeremy closed the other
Yellow
night.
Flash does it too.
Yeah. Jeremy
does Jeremy use it too?
Yeah,
somebody made a video of Coloris Rex, which is by
Sabaton.
Sabaton, and it's all stuff with Trump and Warhammer shit.
Look at Vince over here stealing joke. That was from Chris Pratt, and it was one of the best outtakes ever.
Here, I have something to show you, Joe. Right here.
Best comeback next, Kim Kardashian.
So
in that video, she said.
So I made this last night.
That was a Chris Pratt joke, and it was freaking hilarious.
Donald Trump Jr. He said, "I want to see all your memes," and I said, "I made this meme." I made this meme like in 2 minutes.
Well, you know what? The one I like the most, and I'd have to find it, but it had A New Hope with Donald Trump, and then it had Emperor Strikes Back with Biden, and then it has Return of the Jedi with Trump
right here, this one right here.
There you go.
It's a different pictures, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah.
The middle one had Biden in it instead.
Yeah,
very cool.
And then
very cool.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's not having a good day either.
No, I'm sure. Has anyone heard from George Clooney yet?
Right.
Yeah.
Does anybody need us to help him pack? I mean, you're leaving, right?
Okay. So Bette Midler this morning deleted her account on X. No bullshit.
Bette Midler did?
Deleted her account on X. Yeah.
Man.
And she's getting hammered on on Instagram.
Stocks in Bitcoin jump after Trump's victory.
Oh, yeah.
So do worries about inflation as Dow surges 1,500 points.
Yeah.
Early trading today.
Unbelievable. The minute they knew Trump
75,000 a piece.
Yeah. The minute they knew Trump was back in office, everything went skyrocketed. Like the world around us was like, okay, we're going to make money again.
So when's that Keystone starting again?
Right? When are we going to start that pipipeline back up?
Oh, he's going to drill, baby, drill, and get all that. Yeah, he going to start that back up, too.
F and Steve says,
Steve, what's up,
use
brother?
the EN word again? Nah, I've never used that word. Matter of fact, I had somebody use it on my show one time a couple of years ago, and he hasn't been back. Let's see. Vince says, has anyone checked on Stephen King?
Yeah.
How about the entire cast of the fucking Avengers movie? I mean, did you guys see that cringeworthy piece of shit?
Oh, yeah. They were getting hammered this morning. I checked, and they were getting hammered.
Oh, my God.
Dude, everybody that talks shit.
The reactions for the stock market and the world leaders were one thing. The guys that lost, well, it's a totally different thing. This moment has gone viral with Jake Tapper. They were looking at on this map, and I'll blow it up so you guys can hear this.
This is insane.
But they were looking on this map comparing Biden's performance last time to Kamala Harris, and they were looking for counties where Kamala had outdone Biden. And
so you asked,
check it out.
Are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing. That's
literally nothing, boys and girls. Not one county.
She didn't do better than Biden.
So I'm kind of curious now. Would Biden have done better if he stayed in?
A lot of people have said that, but I don't think it would have come out any different. I don't think it would have come out any different.
It would have been a little closer.
I agree with Johnny. It would have been a little bit closer.
Yeah, it would have been closer, but I think he still would have won. We got this article out of Variety. Says, as Trump gained election lead, TV anchors tried to convince viewers to keep watching. Yeah, I actually tweeted about this when it was happening. This was about 14 hours ago. It must have been, I know I tweeted this after, I think we were waiting on his acceptance speech. I can't remember exactly. But I said, respect to CBS News. ABC and NBC are still crying over Biden and Kamala a full hour and 40 minutes after America decided who the 47th president of the United States would be. Let's fucking go. God saved me for a higher purpose. That was after his acceptance speech. And I was checking in on him, and they still, and of course, that picture speaks 1,000 words right there. That's Dana White and Elon Musk talking to Trump at Mar-a-Lago at the party there while they were watching, right? And then this I put up at, I actually time marked it. I said 3:50 a.m. Central, and ABC still won't give it up. They still had him at 266. They would not give him the 270 yet. They would not do it, man. These guys just they just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's like 4:50 Eastern. I think Fox had him at 270 at 1:30, I think, or something like that, Eastern.
Yeah.
Something like that. Nice.
Yeah, no. Fox gave him the presidency at 10 minutes of 1.
Yup.
10 minutes of 1. I can tell you exactly when it was. 10 minutes of 1. My time.
Yeah.
Okay? My time. 10 minutes of 1. 12:50. Yeah, 1:50 your time. And
now
look at
this is kind of
okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, obviously now this is over, right? The Trump thing is over. He's got the next 4 years, and so we gotta look ahead. We don't have to, but we can look ahead, and it's like, so is it JD Vance next, or do we have someone else? Like, I'm kind of curious.
I would say Barry.
DeSantis, maybe. I mean,
it's
by the way, did you see how fast Florida had their count done? Isn't that kind of an oddity? Like,
yeah,
that theirs was so fast. Like, they were at 95% in like the first hour.
Florida didn't want to get shit on like they did that one year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
They're like, we need to get this out fast tonight.
Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Roe is here. Hey, Uncle Joe, it's good to see you. That's my nephew.
What's up, dude?
And friends, we finally got a decent president in office. Vince says, but they fortified Biden. There were counties with high voter turnout that registered voters. Yeah, higher turnout than registered voters. Yeah. That did happen. F and Steve says no problem. I'm out. I'm out though. I'm done with politics. Hey man, I'm glad it's over with. Knock will tell you he's glad not to see any more political ads during.
Yeah. Well, I need to find that that little meme. It's like Mark safe from political ads.
Right, Mark safe from political ads.
I was so stressed out. Like I was kind of like, because I had a lot of things going on too. So this is one less worry now. So
yeah.
And we don't have to hear that cackle.
Later,
my God.
Yeah, right. Florida recounted 3 times before Arizona got 50%. Yeah, no doubt.
Well, they're still not done.
Yeah.
No, who's still going? I think
I got a few more of these I wanted to show you guys. This right here, I saw this one last night. I had to save it for the show. Friggin' Trump Tower, Chicago, bearing a swastika on election day. This is from a Reddit thread, and I want you guys, and he's flipping off the building. I want you guys to show me where this so-called swastika is.
Yeah, the people.
It's like one of those hidden pictures where you got to stare at it for a while.
I guess. But if he's saying it's right here, it's kind of missing a leg right here, I think.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like a 2D, animated picture of someone running or something like that.
But that's just how bad TDS is and what it does to people, man. It's ridiculous, man. Of course, the red wave one I love, and this one I thought was pretty funny from the United Spot. Trump has a tattoo on his forearm says "too big to rig." Right?
Hey, I got a meme that Parrot Head sent.
Okay, yeah, he said he was sending you a bunch of them.
Yeah,
you know what I want shown and what not. So
yeah, I know what you want shown, but I think John will giggle at this one.
Okay, well, let's see it, dude. Put it up there.
Okay.
Let's see. Vince plus Gabbard. I think he's talking about
Vance. Dude,
he corrected himself. Yeah.
Vance and Gabbard sounds good to me, but I'd like that flipped.
And
I'd like to see her become the first president. And by the way, let me tell you something. And cross your, not cross your fingers. It's going to be a lame duck thing anyway, but totally not Freudian slip. Yeah, right. So, our good man Tim, he sent me a message today, and he said something that I hadn't even thought about. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if Biden steps down so that Kamala Harris can become the first.
There's a lot of that shit. We were talking about that on stream last night.
There's some bad blood, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's been obvious that Biden wasn't happy with having to step down.
No, he's not happy with her whatsoever.
Right.
I saw a video. It was Biden's perspective, and it was Will Ferrell from Wedding Crashers. He's like, Idiot. Good. You know, once it was showed that she lost, it was like that cracked me up.
Yep.
Well,
Idiot.
Supposedly, she wrote Biden in and didn't vote for Kamala. Jill didn't.
Wow.
And when
Yeah.
the results were coming in, she was showing smiling.
Wow.
So here's the thing I think John will like.
All right. Taylor Swift was wrong about a guy again. Oh my God. Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, did you guys see Jason Kelsey's apology video?
Yeah.
Did he make an apology?
He
Why?
did before the Chiefs game. He did it. He
Yeah.
did it. Well, you know, as a you know, I'm sure he's thinking as a father. You know, it's not something you want to portray to your daughters and losing your temper. Like that's what you teach children, right? Not to lose your temper, and he did.
Yeah.
And he's owning up to it. But you know, and no one's saying that the guy didn't deserve it. But I wish someone in the crowd had stepped up and did it for him.
Right.
That would have been the better result if someone put that douchebag in his place.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's about it for the pop culture update, boys and girls. But we can't finish it without checking in on the show's girlfriend. You know who we're talking about.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue? Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it. Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms. Sweeney, see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
I need to reface Donald Trump's face over that president, don't I?
Oh, you do.
Really do.
Yeah. Oh my God! You see what Soul just said?
No, what did you say? Hang on, let's see. Before we hit these articles, let's see. Soul Assassin, good to see you, my brother. He says we have to nominate Jed for head of the office of partying and all kinds of ill shit. Oh,
I accept.
Right? Well, it's going to be interesting to see where now. I don't know if you guys watched his acceptance speech, and we'll get to Sweeney in just a second. But he didn't mention Tulsi Gabbard during his acceptance speech. I'm a big fan, and I was waiting for it, and it never happened. But I'm sure he was tired and he forgot about her, and she wasn't there anyway.
Yeah,
she talked about the people in the room, but he did mention
I would like to talk about Tulsi Gabbard now.
Okay, Mr. Trump.
She's the best. Do we better?
I hear you
without her.
I hear you, buddy. But it's going to be interesting to see where he puts these people in the cabinet if they want a cabinet post. Some of them aren't going to want one. Dana White was the best thing in that whole acceptance.
Dude, Dana White was awesome.
He got up there and he thanked Joe Rogan even, for what he did for him and stuff. And it was really cool. But anyway, getting to our girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Played the whole video and then go back right into politics.
Getting to our girlfriend. Well, it's a big thing, boys and girls. Sydney Sweeney is taking over as the top paid actress of her generation. Now, this article
and she can afford a house. It's crazy,
right? She can afford a house. Talks about she's only 27, guys. My God, Lord Almighty. These projects she got paid for. She got $7.5 million for the housemaid after making $2 million for Anyone But You. But Anyone But You, the thing you need to know about that one right there is that she actually got back end money for that.
She was a producer on the movie too.
Right. She also took home an impressive $250,000 executive producing fee for the film and was catalyst for creation. The outlet reported, but she smeared herself in the industry after reportedly earning millions in back end profits. And by the way, it doesn't say in here how much that movie made, but the same kind of article was out there on Hollywood Reporter. This one states that Anyone But You made $220 million. So if she got a piece of that on the back end, she made a whole lot more money than she even got paid to begin with.
The movie is good too. You guys should go and see it. If you
it's just another romantic rom-com.
It's funny.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
It's decent.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It has the. I mean, and this just speaks to the state of comedy movies. It is the highest grossing comedy of this century.
Yeah.
It is the highest grossing comedy. Now think about since year 2000, it's made more money than any comedy that's come out.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And it's completely because of her. There's been better comedies. I mean,
and because Deadpool and Wolverine is not considered a comedy.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure.
That's the rated
It's
R,
considered a superhero movie.
Superhero rated R.
But anyway, also here are all the projects that Sydney Sweeney has coming up as her career explodes. So we'll go over the list. And this one talked about how much she was making and stuff.
This one I really want to see.
I do too, because it's got Anna de Armas in it too. You know, I'm a sucker for brunettes, man. But Eden's going to be in it. It's going to be.
Wait, isn't this the one where she's going to have the three-way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
basically. Let's see.
Had a surgery.
Let's see. Hang on just a second. Hey, back money. Yeah. Back end money. Yeah. Bunches of it. There's two good reasons for that. She's very likable and talented. See where y'all minds went. Who's the real gentleman here? Don't even try and act like you're better than us, Soul Assassin. I've seen some of the chats you put out, buddy.
Yeah, Soul's my
This is the Ron Howard movie that's coming out about people surviving on an island or something like that, right? And then you've got what is up with? That's one of the.
Is that Rex Ryan?
That's Rex Ryan. What the hell is that? Must be an ad or something. But you've got Echo Valley, which is it's got Julianne Moore and a bunch of other people in it. Does not have a release date. Don't know what it's about. You've got the Christy Martin biopic, which we've seen the pictures of her from that.
Everybody's ripping on her for these pictures too, and I said, "Well,
go ahead, rip on her."
I was like,
I'm sure she'll take them very seriously.
Yeah, I know, and I was like, "What?" She actually looks like her character.
Yeah, Well, that's her job, right? She's supposed to get beefed up a little bit for that.
Dude, I cannot wait for her in Barbarella.
Yeah,
I hate the original actress.
I know, because Jane Fonda's a cunt.
But
so, you know,
that movie is one of those that doesn't need to be remade.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because
I was kind of like, really, you're remaking this? I don't know.
And it's not because it's this amazing movie. It's a good movie, but it's not this amazing movie. It's because it only fits in the 60s.
In the time period it was made, yes.
Yeah,
I don't think it would work today. I don't think it would work today at all. But Euphoria Season 3 is another one she's going to be working on pretty quick here. The Kim Novak and Sammy Davis Jr. love affair film that we touched on last week, Housemaid, and that's a thriller she's going to be in. And they're still talking about doing
what?
Please do. I want to see the next movie.
What are they going to break up and then come back together on another vacation?
No, dude. You know? Okay, so they made how many movies with Meet the Parents? They made 3, and it went down. That first movie was the best. Second movie was good, but that third movie, the first and
they
second,
could definitely do. They can definitely do a sequel to that.
Yeah, they can.
So that is the Sweeney spot for this week, boys and girls. She did nothing new on Instagram. You know, I checked her Instagram, but that was the talk about her this week. How she's becoming the top dollar maker of her generation so far.
I also don't think she used her capital to get involved in politics either.
No, not at all. She could have easily, if she really wanted to throw her hat in the ring, but that's. Okay, this just is another stone in the wall of why I like her. I mean, she's not using that capital for that reason, right?
Yeah.
She's very based. She sticks with the people that got her where she's at. She doesn't veer from those folks. I saw an article. I didn't want to bring it up, but I did see an article about how her fans were saying that she would never show up at a Diddy party because she's just not that kind of person. She wouldn't show up there, you know?
Yeah.
We've seen her at, what's that singer's name you went and saw at FedEx knock?
Morgan Wallen?
Yeah, Morgan Wallen. Remember we saw that a concert, something like that. It was another.
No, it was Luke Combs. She was at a Luke Combs concert.
Yeah, and we saw that last week on Instagram. So yeah, that's the kind of girl she is, man, and that is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to look at the male version of that, you talk about Clint Eastwood. He was always outside the regular machine of Hollywood. He made his own production company. You saw he used the same actors all the time because it was he handpicked people that, you know, didn't go with the machine and made some great movies for a long time. And I was going to pull up the stuff. He turned 94 last week, guys. All these guys we keep losing, and Clint just keeps on rolling. You know, he just turned 94 last week. So anyway, okay. So we're done with the pop culture update and Sydney Sweeney. Now it's time to get into the new releases for this month. We're going to talk about them and see if there's anything anybody's interested in. We already talked about Here, and that came out on the first weekend of November. Sometimes it falls like that. You know, we don't quite make it into November before we start looking at this list, but nothing of note came out. I mean, I'm not interested in seeing Here. Are you guys, after looking at it, are you even interested in that?
Nope.
It's kind of a niche thing. But anyway, the next weekend coming up is going to be the 8th, and it looks a little slim. There's some art house and horror looking stuff, but the first one of note is Heretic. And the bad guy in it is, of all people, Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant is making a comeback into acting.
Dude, how is he? He's like
the Oompa Loompa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was an Oompa Loompa, right, in the Wonka movie, and which I still haven't seen yet, by the way. But I hear
it's fine. It's fine.
I won't watch it.
It's nothing crazy, but it's fine.
Yeah. My brother said it was good.
I thought it was. Yeah.
So is he gonna pick a hooker up on Hollywood Boulevard or something?
No, this is two young religious women are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. He's supposed to be like a serial killer in this movie or something.
Did that joke go over your head, Joe?
Yeah, my head.
He got busted for doing that while he was in a relationship with.
Yeah, that's the reason why I made the joke. He got busted for it. Yeah.
Oh, God. No, it's religious girls. It's not hookers, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
maybe that's the hookers right there. Maybe
Hugh Grant cheated on Elizabeth Hurley, bro.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. Moron.
Hey, look, dude. Nobody said these guys are brainiacs. Nobody said that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's neat that. Hang on a second. I got to pause that because I don't want to get hit for the trailer on it. But I just think it's neat that he's making a comeback because he was the rom-com king back in the 90s, you know, in the early aughts. Bridget Jones' Diaries and stuff like that. But here recently he's been making some different kind of movies, you know.
Yeah.
He's broadening his horizons, if you know what I'm saying. But that's coming out this weekend. The other one that's coming out this weekend, it's got a lot of Oscar buzz, is Small Things Like These, and this looks like an art house movie to me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for fucking Parrot Head to say something now. Like,
why?
Small Things.
Why?
Like, it's the joke from the Dick's Division.
I see. Yeah. Heretic sounds like a movie about pineapple on pizza. Oh my God.
Oh, the worst.
Oh my God. See, I don't think it's the worst, guys.
The worst.
Pineapple on pizza works as long as you put it with Canadian bacon. That works. Okay? Not
that's
by
like
itself.
Eating candy corn, man. That's like eating crayon.
It's great if you've never had Canadian bacon and pineapple. That that is a staple. It's good stuff.
Dude,
right on cue. Awesome one says, dude.
Dude,
agree with me.
Yeah.
But anyway, Small Things is coming out. The premise of this was 1985. Devoted father Bill Furlong discovers disturbing secrets kept by the local convent and uncovers shocking truths of his own. Yeah, this I've seen the trailer for it. I watch all the trailers, guys. I punch in trailers on YouTube once a week and just look at everything. And this one looks like an art house film to me. It looks, like something like The Lighthouse did, with Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe. That's what it looks like to me. It's one of those art house movies. But
I stopped looking at trailers because there was too many freaking fan-made ones, and it was getting annoying.
Yeah. Oh
well, you got to know the difference. All you have to do is look at who makes it, see if it's a studio or not.
Yeah.
That's all.
Plus, I don't like watching trailers in general.
Well, you don't like spoilers. It's a big thing for you. It really takes away from
because they spoil all the good shit in the trailers. It's like, what's the point?
That's the reason why.
You know the problem with comedies. The biggest problem with comedies is they say all the jokes in the freaking thing to get you, draw you in, and then that's all the best jokes. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that just tells you it's a bad comedy right there. If the best jokes are in the trailer, then it's a bad comedy, man. Speaking of that, by the way, I actually watched No Hard Feelings this weekend. The guys where I work wanted to see it Friday night.
I saw that.
And it actually wasn't half bad. It was pretty cool.
Hey, it wasn't that great, but Jennifer
Jennifer Lawrence, man. She likes some Botox, man. She's
Did you see her when she was in her glory there, Joe? Like
what, in the fight scene where she's kicking everybody's ass with nothing on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen the scene.
Yeah, but it was okay.
It's okay. That's all. It's just okay. That's it.
Yeah,
it's just okay.
Okay,
it's not
so. Good. Don't really see anything else this weekend.
I don't see anything else either.
And then, of course, we've got a religious movie coming out, Satanic of Bethlehem.
Dude, they're having a baby metal movie coming out. That's kind of cool.
Now, the 15th, we get the first. We get the first Christmas movie of the year, and it's a Christmas action movie.
Nah.
I'm actually looking forward to this one.
There's a lot of people.
You know what? Funny enough, I am too. I told Joe before we started that. I don't know. It seems really stupid, but I'm all for seeing a polar bear, guy, and
J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus.
J.K. Simmons is
that's
Santa Claus. He is, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch this in November, and Lucy Liu, God, I love her.
Yeah,
but we got
it's an all-star cast. It's not going to make any money, but it's a great cast. And
so we got The Rock playing The Rock.
This will surprise. I think this will surprise you.
You might be right, especially with it coming into Christmas.
Yeah,
it's got the names. Who plays the bear, by the way? Does it say anywhere who plays?
Hang on,
who voices the bear?
We'll check the cast list.
Because I think he talks.
Let's see. J.K. Simmons. Claus. Krampus.
Wow.
That must be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But I wonder who the bear is. Hang on.
Dude, they got Nick Kroll.
I can't remember if he talks in the trailer or not. I feel like he did, but
anyway. It says after Santa Claus, codename Red One, is kidnapped. The North Pole's head of security, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
So wait, John. Dwayne Johnson's an elf now.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, man.
Oh
hey, he played the Tooth Fairy.
Jed, lighten up, Jed. Come on, man. You don't have to hate on everything.
Terrible. I had to watch that when it first came out with my family.
Just enjoy some movies,
man. Wait. Knock, you got to understand his perspective, okay? He's also a wrestling fan, and you just can't stand The Rock. That's what it is.
Dude, The Rock's turned into a fucking joke.
Anyway, must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter, Chris Evans, in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas. Now, if you've seen the trailer for it,
naughty lister.
Say again.
He's a level 4
naughty.
Yeah, he's on the naughty list. Yeah, they say that in the trailer. Yeah. But the one thing I thought was neat was the snowmen when they attacked, and they like cut one in half at the waist, and they just put themselves back together. I was like, oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're talking about over here. Soul Assassin says pineapple on piece of blasphemy. He also says Jed is the living reincarnation of Mr. Skin. Yes, of course he is. A minus point for the Pebble. Okay.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Rock doesn't act. Look, The Rock doesn't act.
He just placed the Rock.
He doesn't even wear different shirts.
No,
Right?
Rock is like Jack Black. They play the same person in every fucking
Well, Jack
movie.
Black actually has played some very good parts. I'm sorry if you haven't seen a lot of his stuff. He is a good actor.
Well, the early shit was good, but then
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I'm gonna play the same guy in every movie.
Well, that's because you focus on the woke mind virus, and he's got it. So hey. Anyway, some of us can separate the art from the artist, bro. Okay, some of us can do that. You get The Rock, John Wayne, and there was another guy I used to use as an example. Oh, Keanu Reeves. These three people do not act. They don't act. They're the same person in every movie.
I got it.
Bruce Willis always plays Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis
Keanu
always
does
plays
act.
Bruce Willis as well. Yes, he never acts. No. Closest he ever came to acting was 12 Monkeys, and that wasn't even acting. That was more like punch drunk Bruce Willis. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Keanu Reeves' best acting was in Bill and Ted. Okay, you can't tell me otherwise. What?
I was in that movie,
wait. You
by
mean
the
the
way.
stoner actually acted like a stoner? Okay, all right, I got it.
I was actually in that movie as a teenager. So.
Let's see. There's movies. Then there's Jed movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Will it beat Violent Night? Oh,
hell no.
But Violent Night.
Violent Night.
I still
was
haven't
awesome.
seen Violent Night yet, but it looked good.
Violent Night was awesome.
That's the David Harbour one, right?
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Where it's where Santa Claus kicks ass.
No.
Yes,
Violent
it is.
Night. No. Violent
Yes.
Night is the one. Is the revenge movie with
No,
the guy,
there
say
is
his name again, John. He plays
David Harbour.
he plays Colonel Flagg in the fucking
Oh no!
I know.
no.
Is that a different movie?
That's a different movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Is it?
different movie, Joe.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking. We watched the trailer last year.
Yeah.
I know what you're
I thought
talking
that's
about. I
what
just
we
don't
were
know.
Yeah, I watched
remember
it
the name
last
of it.
year during Christmas. It was awesome.
I didn't watch that one either, but it did. The trailer did look pretty good.
It had elements of Home Alone in it with like fucking other movies.
I'm talking about the one Joe's talking about, not the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with David Harbour. He's
Okay, Santa Claus. Yeah,
it's a good movie. I like it.
He's a disgruntled Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Okay.
What is with?
There's only one good disgruntled Santa Claus, and that was what's his face from a couple years back.
Bad Santa?
Yeah, Bad Santa.
Billy Bob Thornton? Yeah.
That's the only good Bad Santa.
But this is an action movie. He's
Dude,
not a
this
bad
is
Santa.
a better Bad Santa.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to fight. He keeps saying, I don't want to fight. And then they pick fights with him. And he's like, okay, now you pissed me off. Like, and starts whooping ass.
You see the learn more thing on your stream. What?
What?
You see the learn more thing
is that
on your stream.
They're having
Tim,
that.
stop drinking, buddy. It's time to
No,
put down the
you know
bottle.
what he's talking about. Every stream that I've gone into last night and other streams that I watched
Oh
this morning.
yeah. Below the screen. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's silly. Yep.
YouTube's putting that on every stream now.
What I'm wondering is this: why are they putting out all this Christmas stuff so early? I mean, even look, we've got a Samsung TV, and Samsung has a feature on their TVs where they have video channels and stuff that you can go through, and it automatically boots to that when you first turn the TV on, right? And all I was getting today when I turned the TV on was Christmas trees and puppies. And I'm like,
I like the puppies.
I understand. My wife loved it. She thought it was awesome, but I'm like, it's not Christmas yet. We haven't even got through Thanksgiving. I mean, in my family, we didn't put the tree up until the day after Thanksgiving, not Friday. That's when we do it.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Commercialism.
Or the day of Thanksgiving. My grandparents, we used to put the tree up on Thanksgiving Day and go get the tree and put it up.
Listen, ain't no one got time in less than 1 month to put everything up and put everything back. You want to enjoy your decorations for a longer amount of period.
Yeah, you
not
have
have
a whole month.
have to deal with them.
Right.
Yeah, you have a month.
Well, you can also have 2 months.
Yeah.
You can also have 2 months where you don't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can have 3 months. You can wait till summer.
Soul Assassin says everyone loves
puppies.
puppies.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Especially
John
Okay,
Wick.
so the showdown weekend is the 22nd this month.
Before you start, Joe, I'm sorry, because I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think you'll get a laugh out of this one.
Oh man, you don't have to apologize.
We were talking we were talking about puppies, right? I had a nightmare the other night on Monday night. I had a nightmare that woke me up. It was very weird. My dog was I was dreaming about puppies, and my parents' dog just like murdered one to death, like just for whatever fucking reason. And yeah, no, really messed up, right? I woke up.
What?
You know when I woke? Yeah, no, I know it was really messed up. I was really sad when I woke up. Like, what the fuck kind of? That's what I was saying. Like, what the fuck was that? I wake up.
What did you watch before you went to bed?
And so I woke up, right? And guess when I looked at my phone, it showed overtime, Kansas City and Buccaneers 20-20. So I go to watch it, and I get to watch another nightmare where Mahomes, when he's quote unquote hurt, going down the field and scoring a touchdown. Yes. So I was like, man, fuck me, dude. This site sucks. So and then I went back to bed.
Hey, so, you want to talk about a funny fucking...
that was weird. That was freaking weird. I had to bring that up because
you want to talk about
I woke up from a nightmare
game?
and then I woke into a nightmare. So it was a very weird night.
You want to talk about a funny game when fucking the highest paid bullshitter in the NFL almost threw an interception and the other team won.
He's talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
I
love how Jed talks like everybody knows what he's talking about. He just talks in broad strokes, and that could be people thinking about Aaron Rodgers and
Aaron. No, it's fucking Dak. I hate that motherfucker. Like,
all right,
all right, I'm sorry. I had to include that in there because we were talking about puppies. So
I can get that.
I fucking hate Dallas now, and I fucking hate Dak Prescott. The Cowboys.
Anyway, November 22nd.
I'm going to get to November 22nd just a second, but Vince had something to say here. He said, no, Keanu Reeves' best portrayal was in The Day the Earth Stood Still, where he plays an alien that just doesn't understand human emotions. Yeah, right. He didn't have to act, right? Just stone-faced. No, the showdown, Hollywood-wise, is on the 22nd, where we get 3 Hollywood blockbusters. Well, actually 2 Hollywood blockbusters and one that is by a Hollywood icon, we'll call him. The first one is the movie that I'm really not looking forward to.
Oh, I'm not going to watch this.
Gladiator 2. If you every trailer I see for this thing, I mean, they're even using the same language from the first movie.
It keeps getting worse every trailer.
When I heard this guy
Stop watching trailers.
When I heard this guy right here say "in this life or the next" in the last trailer I saw, I was like, dude, don't be taking Russell Crowe's great lines. Okay. Yeah. You can't carry that guy's jock. What are you doing? Yeah. It seems cringe to me, man. But this is supposed to take place 2 decades later, after his home is conquered by the tyrannical emperors who now lead Rome. Lucius is forced to enter the Colosseum and must look to his past to find strength to return to glory of Rome to its people. Okay. All right. Sure. Gladiator 2, Electric Boogaloo. Exactly, Tim. That's exactly what this is. I really wish... Now, look, Ridley Scott was a good director early in his career, but it's really... Every time I watch his movies now, it's almost like he's destroying his own material every time he makes a movie.
Oh, he is.
It's really weird, man.
Yeah.
It's really weird. What he needs to do is get back to making other people's material, and maybe he'll have
Dude, when he did Aliens, it was just fucking 10 out of 10, man.
Well, he didn't do Aliens. James Cameron did that.
I know. One he did do.
He did Alien. He did the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. But every attempt he's made to make a sequel to Alien
has been shit.
The one that James Cameron made was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Soul Assassin says, did y'all see the Historian spoiler? The film with its inaccurate portrayal of fights and get called out by Ridley Scott. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all, Soul Assassin. That's crazy.
No, I didn't see that.
I look forward to the O movies on that
No,
lineup.
zero movies.
Zero
movies on that lineup. Yes, absolutely. I bet he made it as a gag at this point. Yeah, I mean, you mean like Homeboy did with Joker 2? Is that what you're saying? I don't want to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up a piece of shit.
Wait, Gladiator the musical? I'm in.
Right, Gladiator the musical? Gladiator 2 might have worked with Maximus's friend trip back home.
That's a good idea, actually, for Soul. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. But anyway.
Which is why it'll never happen.
We've got that one. And then we've got the one, guys, that I'm going to get dragged kicking and screaming to the theater to see. My wife is a huge fan of
I'm not
Wicked.
going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I might go see this. I might do a double feature.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
This, of course, is based on the Broadway musical that's been going for a while now. That's really good. It's got the same music and everything. There was a little controversy with this one whenever they actually took the playbill poster and superimposed the actors from this movie on it. And for some reason, the chick that's playing the Wicked Witch decided to be insulted over it and felt disrespected over it. And I was like, are you just silly?
She's an idiot.
You know what's funny, and I think it was actually ignorance and actual ignorance on her part. I don't think she actually knew about that other poster, and right. I think I read somewhere where she took a step back and realized it probably wasn't as bad as she thought it was.
Right, but yeah, it's an iconic poster. Anybody that knows anything about that show being on Broadway, that is the poster that everybody knows it from. It's on the playbills and everything. Not interested in Wicked. I'm not either, but my wife, God love her, she is, if it has anything to do with witchcraft, and she's a big fan of the two movies Disney made with Angelina Jolie. What's it called? Maleficent. She's a big fan of that one.
And won't watch Agatha. Makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Well, it's, hey, man.
Literally a show about witchcraft.
Call her.
Literally a TV show, and it's actually not that bad. I finished the whole thing.
Agatha wasn't as bad as the other fucking bullshit.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was actually a pretty step up.
Hey, you hear me and a knock and agreeing on something.
I'm just saying it's worth a try. That's all.
I hear you. I'll keep hammering her about it, but she's the witch person in the house. Anyway, her favorite show is Charmed. She loved Charmed, and guys, the eye candy on Charmed, I got no problem with too.
Oh yeah.
So, hey.
Listen, I am
time with her. So.
Circling back to this, I am my guilty pleasure is Glee. It's actually a guilty pleasure of mine. And this is right up that alley right here.
Rhonda loves that show too. She loves Glee as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean it wasn't really the story didn't really whatever for me. I love the singing. It's the singing. I can't get over it. I like it.
Yeah,
can't help it. I have a musical background. It's been
there is
30
nothing
years,
wrong with that, man. There are good musicals out there. I challenge anybody that has had an open mind and watched Grease to tell me that's a bad movie. It's awesome. That movie's fantastic.
Now Grease 2, on the other hand.
Silly ass stuff. But there are good musicals out there. I tell you, the one that let me down was
Sweeney
Rock
Todd.
of Ages. I was all about the hair band music back then in the time and everything, and that movie really let me down, man. The music was good, but boy, the story was crap. It really was.
And then you got one like Sweeney Todd, where it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, Soul Assassin says, "Rip Shannon Doherty." Yeah, it's a shame she died of cancer. Really, really too soon. But I gotta tell you, I was never a fan of her on that show. I liked it a lot more when Rose McGowan took her place.
I did too.
I used to call her Prude. She was just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, me and Joe make fun of her all the time.
Yeah.
Kenny doesn't even like her.
I hate what happened to her, but I just was never a fan of that character on that show. The end is nigh when Jed and Knock agree. Yes. Hell is about to freeze over. Holy
me and Knock never agree on things a lot, but when we do, people are like, holy shit, Jed and Knock actually agree?
Soul Assassin says, dude, I grew up with two sisters who always watched Grease when I was a kid. Laugh out loud. Yeah, dude. Some of the best moments you'll ever see are in musicals, man. One of my favorites is, and he got nominated for an Academy Award for this. He died not too long ago. God, what is his name, John? The guy that was... he's in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. He plays the governor in that movie. And he has a famous song in that movie called I Like to Dance a Little Sidestep. Huh?
Chris Christopherson?
No, not Chris Christopherson. Hang on, I'll look it up.
I don't know. I haven't seen Best.
He's a character actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. You've seen him a
Jackie
million
Gleason?
times. No, not Jackie Gleason.
I thought he was in it.
Hang on, just a second.
I see it had Dolly, had Bert, and it was a musical,
it was the guy that played the governor in that movie.
Yeah,
Hang
I
on one
can't
second.
remember
I'll
his
find it.
name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. And you guys have seen my favorite movie I ever saw him in was Sharky's Machine.
Charles Durning.
Charles Durning. That's it. Yeah, Charles Durning. Yes. Watch that movie. He was nominated for an Academy Award for playing the governor, and he does just what Kamala did on the campaign trail. He says a bunch of shit and doesn't say anything. It's fucking hilarious, man. The song is all him saying, well, my good friends, this, that, and the other thing. And the reporters are going, what did he say? I don't know. When he goes away, it's hilarious, man. It's really good. But anyway, Wicked is going up against Gladiator 2. So I got a feeling that Wicked's going to win that battle right there.
Yeah, they are.
Now, we do have a Hollywood icon with a new movie coming out, and that's Sylvester Stallone's got a new movie called Armor coming out. I don't know if you guys knew about this. Huh?
That's not going to make any money.
Yeah, it probably won't. It's Jason Patric and him. The father and son working as security guards at an armored truck company encounter a team of would-be robbers while on a bridge. They become trapped and must come up with a plan to escape and ensure their survival. But yeah, I mean, with Sylvester Stallone doing Tulsa King right now that everybody's raving about.
I do want to start watching that.
Yeah, they say it's great. And I just wondered where he found the time to do this movie. You know what I mean? But it does look like a low budget action movie. Though.
Both sets are on like right next to each other, so he's just like, all right, we're back, everybody. We're done with this scene. All right, go over to the next one.
It's probably done by the same production.
using the same props.
Right. Shit. Oh my God! Soul Assassin says best little whorehouse in Texas. Somewhere in America, Jed is planning a road trip, and if the place is so good, how come he's never been there?
Well, it's called the Bunny Ranch Inn. I'm gonna shut up.
I was just thinking that too. I'm not gonna lie, I was just thinking about that as well. What about the Bunny Ranch?
I'm not going to self-incriminate myself anymore.
Right. I think the one in the movie is called the Chicken Ranch. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's a great movie. It's got Dolly Parton, Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise as the television guy that's trying to expose the whorehouse and everything. My God, it's funny. He's got a bull haircut.
Armor sounds great. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Armor sounds great, doesn't it? But yeah, I just wanted to point out that Sly had a new movie coming out.
It's Thanksgiving weekend. This is
the one that makes the money. Because it's Stallone, I'll give it a shot because I do like Sly. Sly's kind of cool.
I'd rather go see Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Right. And then you've got on the next weekend, on the 29th, last week of the month, you've got a couple of them with first one is Disney. Don't have your head explode, Jed.
Moana
this is
gonna make some money.
Out. Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of money. This one's gonna make
Moana's currently the most popular princess.
You're talking about the holiday weekend. Like,
yeah,
this is they couldn't have timed this one any better.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy how much money this
more
this
money
makes.
to a corrupt fucking organization.
But
I mean, I gave him my money for Deadpool and Wolverine twice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I see that shit. I agree with like that, but that was
Disney.
That was Ryan.
Still Disney, Jed. Nope. It's all or nothing, Jed. It's all or nothing.
I don't do all or nothing.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
Fuck that bullshit.
You can't say fuck Disney and not give any money for anything.
I say fuck Disney and the ass with a huge metal rod. Okay.
In that case right there, I have to say that Disney took their hands off of it. It was Ryan Reynolds.
Disney didn't have their hands because they
got that made.
They still got the money though.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't stop them from getting the money.
But
I'm not talking about the creative process. I'm talking about the money.
Yep.
So,
and they're going to make a boatload of money with Moana too.
Yeah.
First one's a great.
They are.
It's awesome. If they can make it nearly as good as the first one, then
I have never seen that first one. So.
It's a fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Is it good?
It's got another one of those iconic Disney songs in it. It's up there.
And John, you said Moana's the most popular princess at this point.
Yeah, right now she's
I would say so. Yeah.
She's
okay. I got a question for you guys. You guys have seen it. Is it my two favorite Disney princess movies are The Little Mermaid, the animated one.
Yeah.
Is it better than that one?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's just classic. I would say it's more popular, but not as classic.
Two favorite: Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast.
That's what I was going to say. That's the other one.
Wait to steal his thunder, Jed.
He's going to do that. That's just
no. I didn't know he was going to say Beauty and the Beast.
But that's why you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. But we understand. That's what you do. It's okay.
It's on the same level. It's on the same level as Beauty and the Beast. I'd say.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
nothing touches fucking Little Mermaid though.
John, help me out. What's the one with the big guy that's in the video game and he has to break out and save?
That's Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. That's that movie I really enjoy. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
See, that one, yeah.
That's a great one. And they have the young girl breaks into that place that has all the Disney princesses, and they have their actual voices of the Disney princesses. That was awesome.
Let's see. Soul Assassin says, so y'all paid for the cancellation of the Marvel Blade movie by watching
we were all for that moment.
Wolverine. Yes. Sorry.
All of us were all for that. You're talking about older guys that have watched the Blade. I just got my physical
copy from Amazon. By the way,
we all love Blade.
we went out this last Saturday to eat. Went to Walmart. The first Walmart we went to, all the copies sold out. Now, it came out on the 22nd, okay? And this was, a week later that we went out. And went to another Walmart. All they had was 4 DVDs, no Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Went to Best Buy. Turns out Best Buy doesn't even have fucking movies anymore.
No, because Best
Buy is about this far from going out of business.
Yeah, they're going out of business. They're going to be like Circuit City. Mm.
And I tried to think, and Barnes & Noble apparently sells movies, and we went in there, and their selection's really small, and
it's completely random.
Yeah, it's completely random what's going to be in there. So we couldn't get a physical copy of fucking Deadpool and Wolverine anywhere.
Yeah, so you know what,
so we ordered it from Prime and got it last week. So
so what I was going to say is fuck any movie that don't have Wesley Snipes as Blade. So,
there you go. There you go. Well. Yeah. Hey man, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to do it now,
dude. This is what I would love to see. I want a Deadpool Wolverine movie with Blade in it.
We just had that.
We just had that. So
I want the 3 of them.
Let's not do retreads now.
no, they got it.
What we really want is Wolverine and Hulk.
Dude, they're making that movie.
That's what we really want. That's what's next
more
than anything.
They're not making that movie.
I'm just saying that's what we want.
They're doing World War Hulk, and that's going to be.
That's the one I want. Say that again.
World War Hulk.
That's
going to be.
I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah. I was fixing to say they're going to fuck it up. Yeah. Let's see. Give it a few years and physical media will come back after the stores lose enough money. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it'll be that, but the vinyls have been making a comeback too.
Oh, they are. Yeah. I saw a lot of
vinyls have always been awesome.
Out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even Walmart still had
Low Spec. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see
you. There's less and less CDs, but there's actually more vinyls now.
Nice.
I did not know, but I found out last week when he actually got monetized on his channel, and I went to send him a super chat. I did not know I was not subscribed to him, so I got subscribed to him.
Wow, Joe! Wow,
yeah.
So supportive. You son of a bitch!
You're a bastard, Joe. What's up, man?
But this is the deal.
He
was playing one of my favorite games, man. He was playing fucking Blood Rain, and that was such a great.
Man, that movie was awful. That movie was. That movie was awesome.
He was playing the game.
I know, but I should say the movie.
Oh man, the Blood Rain movies.
There was only one good scene in it. There was one good scene in it, but that was about it.
Those are my guilty pleasure. I love the entire trilogy, dude. I do.
Oh my goodness, I did watch those on Saturday. I was like, those are awesome.
They're horrible. They're horrible movies, but I love them. Yeah. What is it, John?
Speaking of monetization, I am only 4 followers away from monetization on X.
Really?
Hey,
Get
Nice,
over there and
brother.
follow him on X. It's
at real Doswell.
at
No,
real
it's at
Doswell.
only
it's at
3 more
Doswell.
people. Only 3 more people. We don't. That last one we will never get.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
John,
looking forward
tell
to
him
it.
why it's real Das Wolfen.
No, it's just at Das Wolfen. My YouTube's at real Das Wolfen.
Okay, gotcha.
I actually managed to get my actual tag, but I was on Twitter before this other guy was.
Okay,
apparently.
gotcha. I want a Spider-Man and Deadpool. Really? Nah. I don't need that.
You
I'm
just
a Spider-Man
can't.
fan.
Nah, the way, especially right now, because it is Tom Holland for the moment. You just can't put them together.
No,
I want
Deadpool. By the way,
Thanos.
Deadpool is supposed to make fun of Spider-Man. The whole reason why they created him was to make fun of Spider-Man. They made him.
I
Look
want
like him.
I want Deadpool Thanos.
Deadpool and Thanos. I want Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. That would be cool.
The whole thing about Deadpool and Thanos is it's a love triangle.
Yeah.
With death. No,
With
seriously.
death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Shit, man. Okay. Lastly, on the 29th, we've got a movie that I'm interested in seeing because it's nonfiction. It's something that actually happened back in 1972 at the Olympics. And this, it's during the 1972 Munich Olympics, an American sports broadcasting crew, which is ABC at the time, by the way, the Wide World of Sports guys were covering this that year. I remember it. I was a kid. I was like 7 years old when this happened. Sports broadcasting crew finds itself thrust into covering the hostage crisis involving Israeli athletes. If you don't know about this event, look it up. It was at the 72 Olympics when terrorists, I'm not sure what country they were from. I don't think they had a country really. They were Muslim extremists. They took a bunch of Israeli athletes hostage, and it did not have a good outcome. But what this movie focuses on is how the ABC sports broadcasting crew actually covered it for the news. They had all the cameras on the ground for the sports coverage and everything, and the sports guys ended up doing hard news for ABC, and it's about that crew that covered all this.
Man, I can't believe Joe Buck was out there, just
right. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were out there.
Troy Aikman, and that must have been crazy.
I tell you what, man, if you watch the actual broadcast, it was sportscasters who had to tell the world what happened, and it was rough to watch, man. You could tell they were visibly shaken by it. So I'm interested in seeing this just because this is another movie like Saturday Night that I'm sure I'll be in there with a bunch of geriatrics like myself, to watch it. But it's a piece of history, and I'm really interested.
I have to ask, why was this not released on September 5th? That kind of
right.
When you're going to have a specific date on the title,
a little bit crazy, doesn't it? I think they were trying to get it closer to award season. A lot of you'll find when we as we go on over the years, you're going to see that they put a lot of movies like this out closer to the end of the year. Even when you think like Nosferatu is coming out at Christmas, it's a fucking vampire movie, but they think it's going to be critically acclaimed, and they think it's going to be award worthy. That's why they're putting it out around Christmas. The closer they can get it to the Academy Award nominations, the better, because it'll be fresh on their minds. If you understand what I'm saying, that's why they do a lot of this. But Peter Skarsgård's in it. You might remember him from that god awful Green Lantern movie. He was the bad guy in that one. I'm looking at the list here. I don't know a lot of these people, but I do know who Skarsgård is. But I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm probably I don't know, John, are you interested in this one?
Yeah.
I know you were alive when that happened. So
I was 2.
Were you? Yeah. But I remember this when it happened because my dad was a big.
It was a crazy time, huh, John?
Yep. Yeah, crazy time. He was tearing down the house. He was terrible, tearing it down. Let's see. Soul Assassin says, I like the Argo film about the hostage situation. Buddy, that is one of the best nonfiction movies that's PG-13 that'll have you white knuckled, man. You're like, how in the hell did they pull this off? You know what I mean? It was a very tense movie. You're right. That's a good one, Soul Assassin. That's a really good one. So anyway, that is the list for this month. Anything you guys just feel like you have to go see. Now, Knox already said Wicked's one of them. He's definitely doing that one, right?
I'll probably do a double feature with Gladiator and Wicked, yeah.
Really? You're going to pay to go see Gladiator, really?
Well, I will probably do the early showing, so it's the cheapest. So, but,
yeah.
In the cheapest theater, so, you know.
Well,
that's usually like $7.
Our theater is currently undergoing renovations because they've switched ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So
he lost his membership. Oh man.
Well, yeah. So
So you're not going.
They do that so many times.
Jed, any of these?
But
would you go see any of these? Jed, are you still with us? Did he have to take off? He must have had to take off.
Oh no! I had to go do something real quick. No, I'm not. I'm not going to go see any.
Not interested in seeing any of that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a couple of movies that we're kind of going to get back to a little bit of a version of the knock list. We're going to try and attempt to do this. It's going to be a little bit of a looser form. We're not going to have actual lists and stuff. We're going to create the lists ourselves. But we have two from last week, left over from last week, that we need to go over. The first one, which one you want to do first, buddy?
We'll start with Frankenstein.
Frankenstein? Now, if you remember, he said he was going to watch two of the S-tier horror movies that we gave him last week, right?
Yeah.
And the first one is Frankenstein, or Frankenstein, if you pronounce it the Mel Brooks way. Let's see, 1931's Frankenstein. And what did you think of it, man?
No, it's fine. It was good. I think this is part of the Universal.
Yeah, it's one of the classic Universal monsters. Yeah,
and they've all been a hoot. So it was just like that. You know, you had to. No, I thought it was. I don't really have a big opinion about this one. It was another good one from that era. So
this means
I enjoyed
Knock likes it. Everybody that doesn't understand.
A lot of the movies, a lot of the movies that we did for Halloween were in the 30s. So it's starting to grow on me more and more. That.
Well, the thing I liked about this movie, man, I got to tell you, was you ended up rooting for the monster. Mm-hmm. You find out the real monster is Dr. Frankenstein. He's the monster in it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, I was rooting for him until he threw the little girl in the water.
That was an accident, though.
No,
he didn't mean to kill the girl.
I wasn't expecting that one, and it cracked me up. He just tossed her in there.
He misunderstood. The reason why he did that is because he misunderstood.
No, I know. I get it. I'm not an idiot. I get why he did it. It just cracked me up. I still wasn't expecting it.
Dude, to be honest, when I was a kid, when I first saw that, I busted up laughing.
How could you not, man?
What the fuck did he just...
It definitely throws you off.
I think next year it'll definitely be a return to a lot of those. I'll definitely watch more of the Universal monsters. So.
Yeah.
That was good.
And you've got
I enjoyed them all.
Too. You've got the Creature from the Black Lagoon is one we gave you, right? Trying to think of what else.
We gave you all of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
The opera.
Okay. The next one he had is the scariest movie I've ever seen in my damn life. So tell us what you thought of The Exorcist, my friend.
Honestly, I was bored out of my fucking mind for the first hour.
It's shot documentary style. I thought that might be the case.
I lost interest in this movie.
I even said he would probably be bored in that first half.
It really only has one scene, and that's it. That's only one redeeming scene, and so I did not enjoy this movie at all. I mean, how could I? When I know everything that's going to happen, even if I hadn't seen it, I knew everything that happened in it. I've seen so many clips of this movie. There was no surprise in it. There was nothing. There was just nothing there for me to enjoy this one. So I think if I had watched it, obviously, if I'd watched this back in the 70s and not it wasn't such
before
a big
all
hit.
the stuff that we've seen since then.
And it wasn't remade a gazillion times, and all the scenes weren't out there in like Scary Movie and all the funny movies and stuff like that. All the scenes, the walking backwards thing, like that would probably scare you shit. Seeing her go down the stairs walking backwards. I could see it.
When I was 8, and it scared the
right. Yeah, and I think right now, like The Omen was just different, right? I really enjoyed The Omen, especially with the whole beginning where she hung herself and was like, "Look at me, look at me," and then hung herself. Like, that was
yeah.
But this, all for you. I was like, Jesus, man, and it was a kid doing that. That was the craziest thing. Yep. But this one, I don't know. I didn't like it. I'll never watch it again, probably.
Vince says the Scary Movie scene was better.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
well, I tell you, the one thing that stands out about this one, of course, William Friedkin was a big time director after this came out. Everybody wanted him to make movies for him. But I think the score, and I can't remember who does the score in it, but it was a comeback for Max von Sydow, who ended up a few years later starring in the Flash Gordon movie as Ming. It was his return. He hadn't made a movie in a long time when he made The Exorcist, and I'm with you on how boring this movie can be.
Yeah, I would never recommend this as a Halloween movie.
Yeah,
the
story is
slow burn.
The story is shot documentary style, and it's there's not really. The score is really good. The theme from The Exorcist is it ranks up there with the theme of Halloween as being an iconic tune.
I think if they could have shrunk that down that first hour into a half hour, it probably would have been okay. But no, a whole hour of leading up to the one scene. It's more like an hour and a half leading up to that one scene. So
Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. Is that the name of it? Low Spec. Yeah, it's that song right there. It's eerie. When we did take the kids trick-or-treating before COVID, you would either hear the Halloween theme playing in somebody's front yard if they really did it up right, or you'd hear that song playing from The Exorcist. Man, it's an iconic piece of music. But let's see. Exorcist was more of a one-time watch. Once you see the famous scenes, it's not that rewatchable. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah. And I never actually watched the whole movie, but I've seen the scene a million times in clips, and it's been on TV before, and I just never watched it, start to finish. So that's why it was on the list. But I probably will never watch this one.
Okay, so we are done with the Halloween season. That was fun. We took 3 weeks. We're going to do 3 weeks again next year. Damn it. We're going to talk because I love Halloween, man. Next to Christmas, it's my favorite holiday. And for movies, there's nothing better than the Halloween season as far as making movies about a season. I really think that. I've never been a big fan of Christmas movies. Like this new one that's coming out, Red One, I wouldn't pay to see that in the theater. I probably wouldn't watch it on television either. People always rave about Elf, and
I love
some other movies like
movie.
What's the one where the kid shoots his eye out? What's the name of that?
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, man.
That's fucking.
I've never watched that movie. I've never watched it. It's kind of like The Exorcist for you. I've heard all about that.
Dude, you get bombarded by it every year at Christmas. How do you not see it?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nope.
That's like not seeing your nose on your face, bro.
You'll shoot your eye out. That's like the most iconic line ever.
My kind of Christmas movie is Scrooge, dude. I love that fucking movie.
Die
I watch
Hard.
that every Christmas.
Die Hard.
I love Scrooge.
It's never Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
Die Hard is another one that I watch every Christmas, and I got a new one this year. It was funny when I told Rhonda that Gremlins was on the horror movie list. She said, I've never seen that movie. I said, what? You've never seen Gremlins?
Kay's never seen it either.
And I said, you know what? We're going to have to watch that this Christmas because it is a Christmas movie, boys and girls. It's a Christmas movie.
And Die Hard, Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie too.
You just said that. Just said that.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, yeah, that's debatable. That's
the whole point. It's not a Christmas movie unless Christmas is actually integral to the
involved.
Story.
There's a Christmas tree in it, but they don't really
put Lethal Weapon at any point in time in the year. You can't.
I did enjoy. I did enjoy Miracle on 31st Street last year. That was one of the ones I
Which
watched.
version?
Yeah,
the original.
The black and white one.
Oh, well, both are pretty. Both are good. I like both of them.
And then
Anyway,
what was it? What's his name? The guy that Rear Window.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh yeah, Hitchcock.
No.
Jimmy Stewart.
The actor.
Jimmy
the actor.
Stewart. Yeah, it's
James Stewart.
Yeah.
James Stewart. A Wonderful Life. I watched that one as well. That was really good.
Yeah. That one's on a loop on half the channels on television around Christmas, man. That one's on all.
Well, so is A Christmas Story.
So
well, at least on Christmas Day.
Since we're on this, for the first time in 50 years, Frosty and Rudolph and all that will not be on CBS.
Yeah, it's going to be on
wow.
It's going back to NBC.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's
well,
not that they're not showing it. It's just
yeah.
Soul Assassin says, "Have you seen The Sexorcist?"
That's funny as shit. That's funny as fuck.
Let's make Knock watch Christmas movies. He already does
what we are.
We do. When it comes
Christmas is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, next month.
You don't have to make me do nothing.
No,
I've seen all the Ernest movies. I've seen.
Yeah, you have to
We're
see
doing
Ernest
war
Saves
movies
Christmas
this month.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ernest is an American treasure. Yes, he is.
We need to get started because we're running out of time.
I've got 13 movies for him.
13?
Yeah, John's already set, man.
We have a couple weeks here, John. You don't have to give them all.
John probably has everything that I probably
save some for
okay, so I'm going to put mine out there that I was thinking of. Jed, you put one out there, and then we'll let John start his list.
All right. So before we start, Joe, because we have to give them the premise, right? So we were trying to think of our idea for this month as the movies we get. These don't even necessarily have to be S tiers. They can be to you. These are just good movies in general. But I told them I wanted to do war, and what I mean by war, I mean it could be pretty much war as the backdrop. So the movie doesn't have to be specifically, because what I wasn't wanting was World War II movies. Okay, I've seen a million of them. You're not going to come up with a list where I haven't seen most of them.
Is that
What I was thinking more of was like any kind of war, like even Star Wars, right, where it's in the background. It's not the main thing. Like that's a war movie, right? But or Terminator. You know, the Terminator, there was a war in the backdrop, right? So I was thinking more broader, sci-fi. It can still be historical, but or even alternative history, or just a broad.
We did one on Military Monday. Of course, we do them every Military Monday, but I actually told him about Spectral, which
I watched that. It was really good.
He watched it, and he actually liked it. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was great. I was surprised at how it was. I thought it was well written. Pretty well written and good acting.
The special effects in it are off the chain.
Yeah,
man. They really.
I was like, damn, this is good. I was hooked. Yeah.
But anyway, the one I'm going to give him, guys. So you understand the premise. War it can be just in the backdrop. It doesn't have to be an all-out war.
It could be a story within the war, kind of thing.
And the one I picked for him is actually a love story set in colonial United States pre-revolution, and it's The Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis.
I
love that movie. It's one of Michael Mann's earliest flicks. I think about the only thing he had made before that was Manhunter, I think.
Yeah.
And of note, I mean, he made other movies before that, but not that really left a footprint. But Last of the Mohicans, the soundtrack, it's based on a classic novel. But what I loved about it, and I've heard Gary say this several times, that war movies shouldn't have soundtracks. The battle itself should be the soundtrack, right? And you see that a couple of times in this movie. One time they're approaching a fort and you hear it before you even see it. It's really neat the way he does the battles in these movies. He tries to make them realistic.
That scene towards the end where he's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And he's just mowing through those guys just right. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, please, John, please give me more details, John. I love when we get details of a movie I haven't watched yet.
But it is a fantastic film. It really is. Would you guys agree that's a good one that he needs to watch?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Jed, I think this was always one I wanted to watch, but I never did. I don't. Pretty sure I haven't seen this.
All you need to know is Daniel Day-Lewis, dude. The guy, I haven't seen a movie yet that he made that wasn't decent. So yeah. Jed, what's yours?
Can I give? Is I one or two?
Go ahead and give him two.
Okay, so and you could be sci-fi too, right?
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so I have two.
Mm-hmm.
The Postman with Kevin. Me and Joe agree on this.
I've seen that one. Joe gave me that one for like years ago.
Okay.
To watch. So
I have another.
That was like a decade ago. He gave me that one to watch. It was pretty good. Because he knows I'm a post-apocalyptic guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He loves those shows.
So
yep.
Have you? Now I'm gonna put some. Can it be humorous in two? So
yes.
Anything with the war background. Yeah. That can. Yep.
Okay. Let's say. I'm gonna come up.
There's no limits on this one.
Okay, so I have two good ones, and I don't know if you see.
You only got one more.
Okay, I'll say well. That other one don't count because
it counts.
Jed,
we gotta move on, Jed.
The more we talk about this, the longer it's taken.
Okay.
Spit it out.
Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer. Okay, I think that's funny. And Flash Gordon from 1980.
Flash Gordon's a classic.
Yeah, Flash
Gordon. I definitely have never seen the Flash Gordon because I've never been an old school.
Dude, you need to watch that. And Down Periscope is awesome.
Yeah.
They're one of the best soundtracks ever made, too.
Yeah, dude. Queen did the whole entire soundtrack to Flash Gordon.
Yes.
Awesome.
And you're going to see actors in there.
I do like Queen.
You've seen in other stuff. Oh, dude, you'll love the soundtrack.
Dude, the soundtrack.
We all, trust me, every other member of this panel owned that soundtrack.
I have the vinyl from when it first came out. Still.
Yeah. Down Periscope. It's on a submarine. Okay.
Yeah, it's on a submarine.
It's been a while since I've seen a submarine movie.
It's actually a remake. That movie was made in what, the 50s or 60s, I think.
Yeah, and I like this one better.
You got to give me the preferred one. So.
Okay, Down Periscope. I the one.
The 1992 one.
Yeah, 1992 one.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay. And in Flash Gordon,
I've seen Mars Attack, but that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I love that. It's been so many years.
My first movie you've probably seen. That's Inglourious Bastards.
Yes, I have seen that one. It's a great movie. Uzi's in the theaters, funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Kelly's Heroes.
I've seen that one. It is one I grew up with. It's one of my dad's movies it's one of those war movies that I know. You know what's funny is I actually watched that like 2 months ago. And it's just as good. I love that movie. I got to watch it at least once a year. Like it's such a good movie. It's got what's his name? Oh my God!
Donald Sutherland is the guy.
Yeah, it has Donald Sutherland in it. That's exactly what it is.
The negative waves, man. The negative waves.
What's with the negative waves, man? Why you just come on, man?
A stoner
Stop
in
it.
World War II.
I loved it, dude. So good, so good.
Yep. Okay, go ahead, John.
All right, Kingdom of Heaven.
Say again.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Stars Orlando Bloom, Eva Green, Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, you'll love the cast, man.
Yeah, there's
Jeremy Irons is in it, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's by Ridley Scott. It takes place during the Crusades.
It's an original movie by Ridley Scott. It's not a fucking sequel.
It's not that bad.
It's the defense of Jerusalem.
Eva Green,
fantastic, man.
Definitely like her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it looks like it's like around that time of like Troy and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I'm all for it. Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
This one came out a few years ago. It's 1917.
17?
1917.
1917 is the name of the movie.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It was up for
best picture, year.
Matter of fact.
Hang on. I think I know which one that is, and if it's the one I'm thinking of, I hated that movie.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It's the one where they tried to. I think they actually succeeded in doing the whole movie in one camera shot.
Yeah.
Right. It was one
continuous
camera shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one they're on the beach and they're trying to save them, and I freaking hated that movie. It was awful.
Okay.
I'm sorry, John. To me, I did not.
All right.
I did not enjoy that movie.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go animation. Grave of the Fireflies.
What is that?
It's by Studio Ghibli, who's probably the greatest animation house in Japan.
Okay.
I agree with John in this one.
It's probably the saddest movie you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And it's called what again?
Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave.
G-R-A-V-E.
Grave of the Fireflies.
A young boy and his little sister struggles to survive in Japan during World War II.
Yeah, don't watch this if you're in a bad mood. It's like Schindler's List.
Yeah, it's the animation equivalent of Schindler's List.
Yeah, it literally is the animation.
Okay, yeah, you
equivalent
got
of
to be in the
Schindler.
right frame of mind.
You got to be in the right mindset
Yeah,
to watch.
I might have to give I'm looking at. Sorry, I got a little distracted looking at that 1917. I might have to check it out because I don't think it's the movie I'm thinking about.
Okay. You're thinking of Dunkirk, man.
I am thinking of Dunkirk. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
where they get saved and they're all on the beaches crying and oh my god.
I have another one. If
1917 takes place in World War One, of course. I mean, it's 1917, but it's got some good actors in it. It's got.
I still think I may have seen it, but I'll check it out. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, John. I completely missed what you were talking with the
Grave of the Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies. It's an animated movie.
Be in the right mindset for this movie.
Okay.
I am not an animated guy. I gotta be in a mood for animated movies, and
all right.
Yeah,
well,
that's gonna be a tough
sell. It's the only one on my list, so we'll go on to the next one. Das Boot.
Das Boot.
And it was created when I was born.
Yeah.
This
is by Wolfgang Petersen. It's a German movie, but it's got
Das
German,
Boot.
Das Boot. Yes.
It's a World War II submarine movie.
Yes. And by the way, Vince suggested if you like sub movies, Crimson Tide. He suggested that one.
I feel like I've seen that one. And no, I don't want to do a run of sub movies. I just
okay.
Just the one.
Okay.
I have another one.
Jed.
Is it a sub movie? I don't want that.
Hang on. John, finish what you're saying.
If you know that, like I said, it's probably the definitive submarine movie. Das Boot.
Okay. Well, let's stop there on your list.
Okay.
Because he's got a few there. Jed, what did you want to say? And by the way, before you say anything else, Das Boot is considered widely by many people the best submarine movie ever made. It's Wolfgang Petersen. He also directed Air Force One. If you're a fan of that movie, he knows how to direct action, and it's an extremely tense movie, man.
Get off my plane.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Das Boot. Same director.
Well, he was referencing Air Force.
Air Force One.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Jed.
So I know Knock likes a little bit of humor. This is Hot Fuzz from 2007. I don't know if you've seen this.
That's not a cop movie.
Dude, he said any war movies. They have a war in the town, basically.
What is it?
What is it?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a fantastic. Hot Fuzz. It's the same guys that did the Dawn of the. What is it? Something of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, it's the same guys.
Yeah, dude, I knew Knock would probably like that one.
No, it's a fantastic. It's a fantastic
awesome movie. You literally have a war in the town. So.
I thought he played that role really well. When you go from Shaun of the Dead to that character, I thought he did. Really
well, we got him a good list to start with so far this month.
I don't know if I'll be able to watch all of these by next week.
No, take a couple of weeks. Just let us know which ones you've got done, and we'll give you a couple more here in a couple of weeks.
Once football season ends, so
right, you'll have plenty. Yeah, that's when we give him a bunch.
Because I don't watch other sports, so
right. Vince says if you want another based on animation, Space Battleship Yamamoto from 2010 live action. I've seen that, Vince, and yes, it's an extremely good movie. I don't know if he would get the reference though. It's based on a anime called Star Blazers.
Well, that's the American name.
That's the American name. I think it is called Space Battleship Yamamoto is the name of it in Japan, but it was an anime series. I watched it growing up in school. When I'd come home from school, it was on half-an-hour episodes, anime series, and it was really, really good. And I watched the live-action one. It's not the same, but it's actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it. That's one of the few movies I actually watched subtitles and enjoyed. Because I'm a big fan of the Yamamoto, man. I love that fucking boat. It's fucking awesome. But let's see. Get off my sub, yeah.
Get off my sub, yeah. just kind of scrolling up a little bit. Soul Assassin says, watch Hot Shots.
Hot Shots,
Have you ever seen that?
That's an airplane type, scary movie type.
It's basically
spoof of Top Gun and a bunch of movies like that.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah.
It's
If you like that kind of humor from Scary Movie, it makes fun of the action movies from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Just
called
kind of
Hot
looking
Shot.
at.
And
It
here's another
stars
one.
one of the sons of what's oh my god. The guy from Apocalypse Now. I'm having a brain fart.
It's Martin Sheen's
Martin
son,
Sheen's son. Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen is in it.
Yeah.
Before he lost his mind. Okay. Very young Charlie Sheen's in it.
Before he got Tiger Blood.
Right,
Yeah,
before he got Tiger Blood. Yeah.
Hey, Knock, have you ever seen Hunt for Red October?
I don't want more submarine movies.
He doesn't want more submarine movies.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I will
say it to him again. Maybe it'll pound into him. I don't know.
The next time someone does a submarine, I will promise to never watch that movie. I don't give a shit. It's the greatest movie ever. If it's a submarine movie, I will not do it ever.
I guarantee you, I have no more submarine movies on my list.
Okay, all right.
But I will say, in Jed's defense,
I was hoping for a little bit more sci-fi stuff, but
I can get you more sci-fi.
That's the last half of my list is all sci-fi.
I can get you. Yeah, I can get you more sci-fi. I think between me and John here,
the sci-fi end of it next.
Like even like Edge of Tomorrow, that kind of shit is great.
That movie's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's actually on my list.
Let's get geared up to get out of here because the way we've got the lineup now, I'm going to be still streaming, but I won't be on my channel, and I'll detail that here in a second. Vince says, and it helps that the female lead is hot as hell. Yeah, it does. He must be talking about Hot Shots. Oh my God, yeah, she is.
So keep thinking about it, guys, because we're going to need a bigger list here over the next month. So chat, keep thinking of them, guys. Keep thinking about it. I'm definitely going to watch. I'm going to try to get a couple of these movies in. Some of these
background. It doesn't have to be a war movie. It could be.
Dude, I would say one of the ones.
It could be a story within the war.
Yeah, there you go.
I would say.
I've got 7 left.
I would say Knock if you could do it. Do Das Boot and Flash Gordon.
I got the list. I wrote it's all down.
Okay. He's got the list.
I'm very my lists I keep forever. Like there was some on the Halloween list I have from last year. Like Halloween, that was on the list from last year.
All right, guys. I've got about 8 minutes left, and I got to let people know what's going on. So thank you all for being here. Let me let you know what's going on with the channel real quick before we get out of here. We were watching State of the Atmosphere. We do it every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Everything pop culture you need to know, and we always check in on our girlfriends, Sydney Sweeney. So don't forget about that. Don't forget, you guys all need to go over to That 70s Rock Fans channel right after this show. As soon as we're done here, you need to head over there because we're going to have a meeting of the cult comedy crew, and we're doing Monty Python and the Holy Grail. For me, it's one of the top 5 comedies of all time. This is one of the greatest movies you will ever see. And if you haven't seen it, Knock, don't. I know you're going to bed, so you won't even watch it. But watch our show about it after you've watched it, because this is one of the funniest fucking things you'll ever see. The exploits of King Arthur and his knights, including the brave Sir Robin with the chicken on his shield. This is
probably the only one that I've seen.
It's so great, man. It's so great. Anyway, we're going to talk all about it here in about 7 minutes over on That 70s Rock Fans channel. So you guys make sure you leave my channel and head right over there. Vince, if you can, go ahead and get the link for That 70s Rock Fan and drop it in the chat for everybody, okay? After that, next I'll be on Friday for Sketching the Privateer. I go for about an hour on Fridays from starting at 1 p.m. Central Time, showing you the story of America's Pirate Patriot as I draw the pages of the Privateer. Check it out on Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then it's back over to Pop Culture Mindfield's channel at 8 p.m. on Friday for John's continuing adventures in Fallout. He will be there with everybody else on this panel but me. I got to work that night, but these guys
This last week was awesome.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were having fun. I stuck my head in there. Actually, I stuck my head on 3 different channels. It was being simulcast on John's, Jed's, and Pop Culture Minefield. So go check it out. Pop Culture Minefield and John's channel for Game Night with John and Fallout. And then on Saturday, it's Roadhouse on on Jed's channel. Whenever he is ready to put it back out there, it'll be at 9 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays at the MFR Roadhouse. It's just a bunch of friends getting together and talking about the stories of the day and maybe checking out some chicks. Anyway, you guys look forward to that Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Time on Jed Revenwolf's channel. And then, of course, Sunday mornings, all of us get together and talk football. We talk about the college football Saturday that's going on, which is really going to start ramping up now that we've got the first college football top 25 in the playoff set up. I was glad to see Army was in there, undefeated at 25. It was the bottom, but they were there. So very happy to see that. We'll talk about that and your entire slate of games that afternoon, starting at 10 a.m. Central Time. And I think we got a Germany game this week, right? We'll be giving you updates on the we've declared war on Germany because we're sending isn't it the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers, I believe?
The best that the NFC has to offer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's going to be horrible. But
that's literally the best that they offered.
That's it. Exactly. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that and your entire slate of games on Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. Central Time.
You're not talking about the fucking Cowboys.
No. I will have the clip of Dak on the sidelines mouthing the words,
"Oh yeah,
we fucking suck." Yeah. So I will have that clip on there.
That shit rests on your shoulders because you're the captain of the motherfucking team. Fuck him.
Anyway, we're going to talk all about it this Sunday. And then Monday, it's Military Monday with Gary. I'm not sure what we're doing this Monday, but if you didn't check out our Spectral show, it was really good. And Spectral is a good movie. I watched it for homework for this show and really enjoyed it. It's on Netflix. Go check that out. But check us out for a new military movie on Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then at 5 p.m. Central Time, it's The Brothers Hack the Matrix. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2024 through today's headlines. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Video games, cocktails, and fails comes your way every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. And this week, I'm going to be playing some DC Universe Online. So you guys come check that out. And then it's right back around to this show on Wednesday. So for myself, the Knockster, John Das Wolfen, Jed Revenwolf, I want to thank you guys for being here. And don't forget, you head over to that 70s Rock Fans channel, okay? And Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. And stay nerdy, everybody. And have yourself a good night. And you know what I'm going to say. Get your ass over to that 70s Rock Fans channel. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. And don't forget, whether you like them small, medium, or large, Titty Tuesday continues every day of the week.
What's that?
We'll see you next time, guys.